Forbes just named Kylie Jenner the youngest self-made billionaire ever. Like ever. Forever. Not even Mark Zuckerberg was a billionaire before Kylie Jenner. While no one disputes that Kylie Jenner is the youngest billionaire, it's the self-made part that the internet absolutely cannot stand. Welcome back to Inform Overload, the news channel that talks about the biggest, most interesting news stories that are currently trending. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Hit that subscribe and follow the IO team on Instagram, and tell me in the comments who your favorite Kardashian is, if you have one. When the news broke that Kylie Jenner was the youngest self-made billionaire ever, people had a lot to say. It's no secret that Kylie Jenner's half-sister Kim Kardashian made their entire family famous with her adult film with Ray J that leaked back in 2007. Kim Kardashian's father, the late Robert Kardashian, was one of O.J. Simpson's lawyers. That's why a lot of people love to hate the Kardashians. Nevertheless, they are one of the most famous families on this planet and also one of the richest. Of course, there are a few members of the Kardashian clan that do work for their money. Kendall Jenner is a full-time model and influencer for some of the biggest brands on the planet, and Kylie Jenner has an extremely successful cosmetics company that has made her the youngest self-made billionaire ever to exist. Kylie Jenner's been obsessed with lipstick since she was 15. Girl, preach. One of the things that drove her was that she never found lipsticks and lip liners that were a perfect match, so she decided that she would fill that void and start creating her own products. Kylie is only 21 years old, and last year Kylie Cosmetics made $360 million. Kylie Cosmetics is worth an estimated $900 million, and Kylie owns 100% of it. And it definitely helps that the rest of her family constantly promotes Kylie Cosmetics to their huge social media followings. The youngest self-made billionaire title was held by Mark Zuckerberg, who became a billionaire at age 23. After being named the youngest made billionaire by Forbes, Kylie humbly said that she didn't expect anything. She didn't foresee the future. She attributes her success to the power of social media. That's also true. Kylie Jenner has 128 million Instagram followers who sell out her new makeup drops in a matter of minutes. I have also bought Kylie's lipstick before, and let me tell you, it is amazing. I am wearing one of her lipsticks right now. Kylie also doesn't just tell someone to make her products. She's a part of the process. She actually goes to the lab and perfects the formula herself. But what many people just can't get their head around is, can you really be a self-made billionaire if your family was rich in the first place? Not to mention, Kylie Jenner wouldn't be famous at all if it weren't for her sister. Forbes defines a self-made billionaire as someone who has built a company or established a fortune on their own, rather than inheriting some of it or all of it. A good example of someone who was completely self-made was Oprah Winfrey, who grew up in poverty and was raised by a single mother. On a scale of self-made billionaires, 1 being the least, 10 being the most, Kylie is a 7 and Oprah is a 10. But Kylie started Kylie Cosmetics with $250,000 that she earned from her modeling and acting and the reality show Keeping Up with Kardashians. It has grown to be a multi-million-dollar business. Social media erupted with memes and mean tweets about Kylie Jenner's history-making announcement. Like this one. Kylie Jenner's not a self-made billionaire. Her family was already worth millions and incredibly famous. All she did was leverage her fame, fortune, and family name. Even the dictionary tweeted with their definition of self-made. Haven't we gone over this? Self-made, having succeeded in life unaided. Piers Morgan also chimed in on Twitter and said, it's not self-made, it's because her sister made a sex tape. Ooh. What do you guys think? Should Kylie Jenner be classified as the youngest self-made billionaire ever? Let me know down there in those comments. For now, I'm gonna wrap up this video with some comment features. Inansi said, as a journalism graduate, I can confirm that IO has credibility and I recommend this channel for news and information. Thank you! NKKM5 said, I trust you more than my parents. That's cute, but maybe your parents should do some trust building exercises. They will always want the best for you, of course. Just Chill for Life said, obviously we can trust you guys. You actually give us news that's relevant to us and reliable. I literally search up all the stories to check if they're true, and the result is Inform Overload is extremely reliable. Facts! Marcus said, my story suggestions never get used. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, a good way to figure out if a story suggestion is good for this channel is to look at the videos that have done really well on this channel. Like at least 20k. We stick to topics that work. Thank you so much for putting the time in to look for stories. If we don't choose them, that doesn't mean that they aren't good stories. It just means that they might be, not fitting in with our algorithm, or maybe there's other news that day, or there's a bunch of reasons. Doesn't mean your choices are bad though. Phoenix Vallone said, wait, what? You're human? Shh, don't tell anyone. This is the end screen. It means our video is over now, but if you want to keep watching, there's a playlist right over here with a bunch of videos just like this one. And obviously, if you like this video, you should leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so I can see you in a future IO video.